can't tell me what to do. I'm gonna stop streaming when I fucking find this murderer. Bucko.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
If you're watching a bad anime, you're banned from the stream. That was also very unexpected.
Do you know what this is?
Well, I think it's a bag. Is it a bag, Inspector?
The shop.
Oh, yes, the costume shop. Yes, we used to hire from them.
For the course?
Well, yes. For the course, at the end of each stage, we have a little party, and we ask students to dress up or try acting out being somebody new, their new selves, as it were.
Could you explain a bit more? New selves?
One of the main elements of the course is learning how to act, how to be whoever you need to be in any given situation. I think you'll agree, Inspector, that business is about being the right person in the right situation at the right time. What it does, it helps them to detach themselves, become somebody new, pretend, you know, that kind of thing. It's surprising what a little bit of cross-dressing can do for you, Inspector. You should try it.
Not at this stage.
You're trying to cover something up, dude. You don't drown yourself in a drink like that. I haven't asked him about this yet.
What do you know about Emma Bowman criticizing Liam before his suicide?
I was there. I witnessed it. Well, I know Emma blamed herself for his death.
Did she?
Well, she was upset and all of that, but I wouldn't blame her, Inspector. I really don't think she had anything to do with it at all.
You don't think?
Liam was a very confident person, very outgoing, very strong individual, or so it seemed. I mean, people are free to do what they like. Even something as irreversible as bumping themselves off. Sad though that is, of course.
Liam was strong and outgoing, thinks people are free to do whatever they like. Oh, what?
Can you tell me about auto-hypnosis?
Now, what would you like to know?
Do you use it on the course?
We dip into it occasionally, but it's not a major feature of the course. I would say that, well, a minority of the students know how to use it, but the majority wouldn't know and have a clue.
It's not a requirement of the course.
No, not at all. We don't ask people to do things that they're not comfortable with. There's no bribery, no coercion. We're thinking about phasing auto-hypnosis out, actually.
What's the reason for that?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, Inspector, it doesn't actually work very well.
Claims auto-hypnosis is not a major part of the course. Students aren't coerced or bribed in any way. Auto-hypnosis techniques are being phased out because auto-hypnosis doesn't really work. Okay. Okay.
I didn't realize you were a musician.
Oh, well, I'm not really a musician. I mean, I dabble a little bit. To be quite honest with you, I'm far more interested in collecting guitars.
You're not in a band?
Well, I did audition. I did audition a few years ago. When I say a few years ago, of course, I mean about 20 years ago. Doesn't time fly?
What band was that?
Oh, I can't remember. Something Stone. Aren't they all called something Stone? Hammerstone. That's it.
And you still collect?
I haven't bought a guitar for over a year. I feel I've moved on.
Hammerstone. Once auditioned for a band called Hammerstone. Even though the band that Emma and Liam played in is called Blackstone. Okay.
What do you know about your father's money-stealing stunt?
Oh, well, yes, that was something that Dad decided to do as part of the shock aspect of the course.
But he went too far, you believe.
He usually does.
And do you think it did have anything to do with Liam's death?
No. Liam wasn't like that at all. I mean, that was just a simple, unfortunate coincidence. I mean, Liam had his own problems, but he didn't have any problems with the money shock stunt. No.
Has this guy made any progress on his drink for the last 3 or so hours? Alright, dude, you're fucking lying. How can I don't know how I can pin him on the band thing. He hasn't said anything else about a band. If he said something about Emma or Ian, or not Ian, Liam being in a band, I could pin him on it. But he hasn't said anything about those two being in a band. Or Rebecca, for that matter. I don't think he has. Heard about Liam's suicide. Met Liam in a pub. Liam played in the pub in a band. Back from sushi, wow. Students aren't coerced or bribed in any way. This is not a major part of the course yet. Made by a friend who died last year. This is complicated. I can't focus right now. There's too much shit. I can't remember what I talked to him last about. There's so many things to go through, dude. Plus on the shock aspect. Oh.
So tell me more about this doll burning.
It's a symbolic ceremony we perform every few weeks on the course.
What's it about?
It's about burning your old personality and finding a new one, a better one.
So the dolls are...
You. They represent you from the past. Each doll has a picture of the student as a child or a teenager. And they burn the doll and symbolically destroy their old personality. It's quite simple but effective, I find.
And why did that girl shout?
Because it's an emotional thing. She's quite clearly become very attached to her doll. They do spend the first month with them. We tell them to take the doll everywhere with them before they actually go through the doll burning.
And you believe that's a good thing? Destroying your past?
Of course it's a good thing, Inspector. We're all shackled to our past, particularly you by the sound of it. Perhaps we should make a doll of you, Inspector, and burn that. What do you think?
No, thank you.
You're probably right. I'm not sure it would do any good anyway.
I can't do anything with that. Occurs every few weeks. Doll burning symbolic of destroying one past. Students carry the dolls with them for a month. I think I'm gonna have to call the chief. I have too much shit from too many people going on at once right now. I don't remember who's done what. I need a recap.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
I'm gonna go call the chief. Chief, fill me in. I forgot where I am.
Chief, I finally saw a bit of what goes on at Atlas. I walked in on a meeting. Very strange. There were several students sitting around a fire taking it in turns to burn handmade woolen dolls.
You're hoping I'm going to say tell me more, aren't you? I'm changing my mind.
Ryan had an explanation for it, as did Simon. He claimed it was all about burning your past or something. Actually, Simon told me something interesting. He said they also use auto-hypnosis on the course.
Oh, what's that?
Self-hypnosis. Hypnotizing yourself. Apparently, that may have been what disturbed Lisa so much.
Is it dangerous?
Well, not in theory. Nobody I've spoken to seems to think so.
Well, if it disturbed this Lisa so much, then it can't be all that safe, I mean, can it?
I suppose it depends on your psychological state to begin with, but I'll look into it.
Okay, keep it up, Jenks.
Always do, Chief. Always do.
You're very funny, very funny. Bye-bye.
Yeah, so it is. But he didn't give me what I wanted when I asked him about hypno. Did he? I can't remember what his response was. Oh man, I wish I didn't have a fucking headache.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Auto-hypnosis. There was someone who said auto-hypnosis is not dangerous at all. And I think that was Simon? Not this guy. Whatever. It was Paul.
Thank you.
Right,
Probably be back later.
If it was Paul, then I can work with that, because Paul's in charge of shit.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Please tell me. He said something about it. Possibly hurt or damage. Okay, that's good. That's what I wanted. But Lisa's... His responses on Lisa's stuff isn't very good at all. Lisa couldn't handle the course techniques. Yes, that's what I needed.
So nobody has ever been affected by auto-hypnosis, except Lisa.
Hypnosis wasn't the problem, Inspector. Lisa was the problem with Lisa. That's why we introduced the test.
But the hypnosis was the trigger, wasn't it?
Lisa arrived on the course believing we were all devil worshippers. She was nuts to start with. We didn't make her like that.
Well, as far as I can tell, Paul, you've had one student accuse you of devil worship and 2 others commit suicide. Some of your students aren't having a very good time on this course, are they?
Nonsense. Kate was enjoying every minute of it. She couldn't get enough of it.
Really?
She was full of the joys of life. Bubbly, confident, flirty.
With who?
You mean with whom?
With whom?
Pretty much everybody. Including me, as I remember.
Really? And, did you respond?
I don't get into relationships with students, Inspector. Company policy. It's not professional.
Interesting admission that Kate flirted with him. There's no way Paul would have turned down an opportunity like that.
How do you lie about something like that? What? Where is this lie? Where did it go? Where is it? What is it under? Atlas out hypnosis. Avoids relationships with students, motherfucker? Fuck. Where is it, dude? There's so much shit. It's under I think it's Liam's stuff. No, it's under Emma's guilt. Once tried to date Emma? Come on, man.
So you avoid relationships with students, except for Emma, who you tried to date.
Oh, come on, Inspector. That was a long time ago.
And what about Kate Vine? Did you try to date her or not?
Oh, don't be so ridiculous, Inspector. Kate was an exceptionally clever girl. She knew exactly what she wanted, and she knew how to get it.
You mean that Kate approached you?
It wouldn't surprise me if she was playing everyone in the group. Kate had more enemies than you'd think. She was a very, very manipulative young woman.
O'clock, it's getting late. I'm gonna have to pick up the pace if I'm gonna solve this by midnight.
I really don't think it's my place, darling.
It is your place here.
I just don't want to tell tales.
Tell him about Simon. You know what happens when we don't use our
So it's going to be that kind of evening, is it?
Usually very quiet, right?
Only if you do. Problems? Hello, Inspector. See you later.
Well, isn't that interesting?
Rebecca? Rebecca? Rebecca?
Ask about a few more things, please.
Rebecca?
The cupboard downstairs, there's a lot of unopened stuff in it.
Is there?
Prescriptions. Made out to you.
Oh, they're just spare painkillers. The chemist always gives us too many. He's a friend of the family.
Rebecca? Are you lying to me, Rebecca? Because I remember when I asked you about salvia, you said you don't take drugs or medicine.
Aha.
So, you don't take any medicines except for prescription painkillers.
Well, they're not actually for me. They're Ryan's. For some reason, the chemist always makes them out to my name. He's an old gentleman.
Does Ryan need prescription painkillers?
Yes, he's got arthritis.
Really? He's young to suffer from that, isn't he?
He doesn't have it badly, but he does need medication from time to time.
What medicine is it?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest. Ryan will know.
So Ryan's the one using the prescriptions. I think I might have a word with him, work out exactly what this medicine is.
But first, it's 10 p.m. and time for my walk. I need to check and see if there are any new developments around town. Like, nope. Anything new at the farm? Nothing new, huh? Alright. Anything, the village hall? There hasn't been anything at the village hall yet. There has to be something there soon. Oh! So just literally the most forgetful people in the world. I'm literally going to solve this case.
Bit careless, Simon. Probably nothing important, but at this stage, I need all the clues I can get.
What is that? I don't know what that is. I'm gonna go through the woods again though. Hopefully there aren't werewolves in here or anything. Hey, so what about your drugs, dude?
Couple more questions, if that's okay?
Why not?
Have you seen this before?
No.
No, sorry.
Yeah, there's no way he's seen that before. That's not important to him. But this is... What is this?
Know anything about this?
No, I don't. I'm sorry. We have our own IT chap. Lovely chap, in fact. Fat and sweaty, though. It's like a double act, doesn't it?
You're an asshole. Still. Okay, so... That didn't work out for us, did it? But what about your... What about these, prescriptions?
Do you know what the medicine in the cupboard at the pub is for?
You'd better ask Rebecca about that. I'm not exactly sure what's in there. She tends to keep her wares under lock and key. Do you know,
Obviously not.
our wedding night was quite a surprise.
I didn't ask you about that. For keeps back. That's bullshit. It was not locked.
Tell me about your arthritis.
Oh, you found out about that. Well, yes, I'm old before my time.
It's very unlucky to have it so young.
Well, I take a lot from life, Inspector, and sometimes life likes to give you a little bit back. I mean, it's not too bad, it's not too debilitating. It's mainly some in my right hand, some in my left hand. It's not particularly a problem. Makes it difficult to hold small things, though.
What do you take for it?
I get a prescription painkiller.
How often do you need that?
Not often, as and when. I keep some here, I keep some at home. It's not a problem.
Wait, what? You keep some here, you keep some at home? Motherfucker. What did you tell me? Like 17 hours ago, bucko? Come on, dude, where is it?
Aha. So, you don't keep any medicines on site at Atlas,
No.
except your prescription painkillers,
Well, these are not available to the students.
but they are kept on site.
Yes, but they're locked away. They're kept in the storeroom. Nobody would have access.
You're sure about that?
Absolutely sure.
You see about that?
What are the painkillers, Ryan?
Painkillers. Just painkillers. Normal painkillers.
Paracetamol, codeine, morphine.
Well, all right, they're morphine tablets, yes.
Oh, really?
Oh, come on, Inspector. I know what you're thinking, but there's no way Kate could have had access to them.
Because they're in the storeroom.
Well, not just that. She wouldn't have even known about them, or where they were.
Sure about that?
Yes.
So it is morphine Ryan's taking. The pieces are starting to come together. Now I just have to work out how Kate got hold of it. If it was Ryan's morphine she got hold of course.
Yeah, Kate had morphine in her blood system when she died. Has no interest in drugs. No student has ever brought drugs to Allen. Oh, wait, no, that's not. So, how do I find out more about this morphine?
That's all for the moment, thank you.
Simon. What are you doing with this card, Simon? What is this card, Simon?
A few more questions, please.
He won't know anything about his arthritis, but why not? I'll ask him.
Did you know about Ryan's arthritis?
Ryan? He's got arthritis?
Apparently.
Oh, I didn't know. I hadn't noticed he had any problems.
That's what I thought.
I think you dropped this outside. Someone you know.
Oh, this is just from some IT guy I met. I don't need it.
Enough. I noticed some numbers on the back. Do you need these?
I don't know. What is it?
1905?
Oh, yeah, that's just a pin for something. It's okay, I can remember it.
So not an offshore savings account or anything?
No, it's not important.
Is this yours?
Yeah. That's from my keys. Where did you find it?
Just outside.
Right. Oh, it must have come off when Nathan dropped my keys off. He was borrowing my car.
That's very trusting.
Yeah, I suppose it is. I am a bit too trusting, really. It's a new car as well.
Hey, Simon, Bucko. Simon, Bucko. Hey, Simon, Bucko. Buckaroo.
So the bike's the only way you can get to work, yes?
Yeah.
What's wrong with the car?
I can't drive the car yet, can I? I don't have my license.
Right.
I got a windfall from an insurance payout. Just figured I'd buy something sensible with it straight away instead of wasting the money.
What was the insurance payout?
It was for a laptop. It got stolen down at Atlas.
At Atlas?
Well, they didn't break in. I think they just walked in and took it. The laptop was in a storeroom, but I think the lock was broken, to be honest.
Doesn't sound like they're taking their security very seriously.
Actually, it got a lot better after that.
Think I'll check it anyway.
Must have been a very nice laptop to be able to buy a car with the insurance. Or a very cheap car. Might have to have a talk with Ryan about his security measures.
Ryan, you told me that you were keeping the morphine in there, Ryan. In the storerooms, Ryan. Doesn't seem like you have very good security in there, Ryan.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Ryan?
Were you at Atlas when Simon's laptop was stolen?
Oh, I believe I was, yes. He was taken from the storeroom in the hallway.
Was it ever recovered?
No, we didn't catch anyone. We're quite exposed out here. Somebody could just have wandered along the lanes, seen into the storeroom. It's not particularly secure. They could have been in and out within minutes. That's why we advise people to keep their valuables with them. You can't be too careful these days.
That's where you kept the morphine, Brian? Store isn't particularly fucking secure, Ryan? But you keep your fucking morphine in there? Ryan? Buddy?
So the storeroom isn't particularly secure, yet you keep your morphine tablets in there. I thought you said no one could get access to the morphine, but they could, quite easily, couldn't they, Ryan?
I didn't mean that storeroom. I meant a different storeroom. I keep them in there.
Okay. So where was it locked up?
It's upstairs. It's got a combination lock on it. Nobody could have access to it except me and Dad. Nobody.
I might have a look at that if you don't mind.
Don't mind at all.
A combination locked room, I see. Well, I might have a look around for that. See how secure and combination locked it really is.
Guess who just found a combination on the ground?
Be back later on if that's okay.